Hey there, thank you for coming to part 2 of my tutorial. So to begin, I will be using the same crochet hook, which is a size G, and then I will begin by chaining 2 chains. Okay, so next I'm just going to go into that first chain that we did, grab my tail and wrap it around the hook. Next I'm just going to place 5 single crochets into that same stitch. So once you're finished with your 5 single crochets, you can just slip stitch together. And as you can see, we are working on the antler part of the deer head. So next, for row number 2, I'm just going to place 1 single crochet into that first stitch, and then I will just place an increase into every second stitch all the way around. So the pattern for this row will be 1, then 2, 1, then 2, all the way around. So for rows numbers 3 to 7, I will just place 1 single crochet into every stitch all the way around. So for row number 8, I just placed 1 single crochet into the first 2 stitches. Then on every 3rd stitch I placed an increase, and I did this all the way around. So for rows numbers 9 through 14, I just placed 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around. Then we'll meet for row number 15. So for row number 15, I just placed an increase into every second stitch. So I just placed 1 single crochet into the first stitch, then 2 into every second stitch, and I did this all the way around. So for rows numbers 16 through 23, I just placed 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way around. So I will be stopping at row 23 for the small part of the antlers, and I will repeat the same pattern all over again for the long part of the antlers. Okay, so to begin the long antler piece, we will start row number 24 by placing 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then we will be placing 2 single crochets into every second stitch all the way around. So 1, then 2 into the next stitch, all the way around. So for the next step, I just placed stuffing into the horn, just because once you start making it bigger, it's kind of, I find it hard to stuff. So right now would be a good time to stuff it. So once I was finished with row number 24, I would normally just slip stitch together, but I'm just going to place one single crochet into it, and I will just be placing one single crochet all the way around. And I did this just to save time and not slip stitch every row. I just crocheted until the long antler piece reached 13.5 inches long. So next I just grabbed like about 9 pipe cleaners, and I just kind of twisted the end so that it would be easier to insert. So the next step was kind of tricky and annoying, but I just stuck to it and stuffed it. So to begin the ears, I will begin by chaining 4 chains, and then you can just hold on to the 4th stitch because we will be going back into that stitch. So next I will be chaining another 4 chains, and then I will yarn over twice and place 1 treble crochet into that stitch that I told you to hold on, and the next 2 stitches as well. So next I will just place 9 treble crochets into that last stitch. So once you have 9 treble crochets into that stitch, then we're just going to place 1 treble crochet into the next 3 stitches. So for the last stitch, I just did the same as the beginning. I chained 4 chains, and then I slip stitched to the center or the last stitch. And then I just chained 1 and placed 1 single crochet into that same stitch and another single crochet into the next stitch. Once I got to the 3rd stitch, I just placed 3 single crochets into that same stitch. Went ahead and placed 1 single crochet into the next 6 stitches. So next I just placed 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. And then I just placed 3 double crochets into the next stitch, and then another 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. So next I just placed 1 single crochet into each stitch for the next 6 stitches. Then I just placed 3 single crochets on that very corner and finished off with 1 single crochet into each stitch all the way until I reached the end. Then I slip stitch together, and that's it for the ear. And of course I cut a really long tail to sew it on later.